Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is day 5 of the Inktober, and this prompt was for Zodiac. I think I did this one pretty quickly. It wasn't a real difficult one. I decided to do the constellation for Virgo, which is my birth date, my birth sign, whatever it is. You can't really see it in the video, but the blue ink I used in the background I had mixed with some mica, so it was really sparkly and very pretty. But of course you can't see that. There it is. Okay, on to day 6. This is hold is the prompt. This ink I'm using for the background is it's Jane Davenport, and it's her line of gradient inks. I can't remember if it's Legends. I think it's Gods and Monsters. I think this one is Aphrodite. I may hold it up. It's so cool. It you just put it down, and it's 2 different colors. It's kind of like the granulating watercolor, where you just paint and several colors sort of appear. So it's so cool. I love her ink, and I use her ink for most of what I'm doing in this challenge. So the image, you can kind of see it on the screen, is a little kitten. The original picture was of someone holding coffee beans, which I was thinking of doing, but then I went, kitten's cuter, so I used the hands from one image and I used the kitten from another. And I see a lot of cats in my work. I love cats. I think this is the footage where the light was very bright. I think I was doing this at night, and the light was super bright. I'm still working out the kinks of doing these videos. So the bright light should disappear pretty quick, because I did this I think I did it overnight. I did part of it during the day, part of it at night, and then part of it the next day. Okay, what if you see me here, I think I'm doing, because I'm painting the hands now, so you'll see there's the image on the screen of the coffee beans. I get all my pictures from, Pixabay, or I can't think of the other, Pexels, the royalty-free images. They have a lot of good pictures to work from. I forget what I was going to say. Yeah, so there's a lot of good pictures on there, and like for these, I think I mentioned before that for the prompts, all I did was I took the prompt word and stuck it in the search engine and just looked through what came up, and hold came up with the coffee bean image, and then, like I said, I just added the kitten because the kittens are so cute. Okay, I decided to kind of do this in a more illustrative manner. I'm having a little trouble with ink. I think I'm just used to the way watercolor works. So I was having a little, struggling a little bit with the shading and that kind of thing. And I don't normally use pens a lot. I like I said, I like to paint. So I don't use a whole lot of pens in my work. But I did a similar sort of series about a year ago where I used ink as sort of a painted background, and I added ink pen on top. So I liked the way it came out. I thought it was pretty cute. Okay, this is day 7, and the prompt is plant. It shows a cactus. I, I, I like this color ink. um, it's sort of a, I don't know, orangey brown. I love orange. I've been finding it a little challenging recording while I'm painting because it's at an odd angle where I have to keep my head back so it doesn't get under the camera. So I lost a little bit on the perspective in this, so I had to sort of correct it. But it comes out looking okay. It's just, it doesn't, like right here, it kind of looks bad. It gets a little better. I kind of fixed it. I decided to try to make this video a little bit longer. I know my first 2 were pretty short. They were like, I don't know, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. I just didn't want it to be boring, and I don't know how boring it is to watch somebody else paint or how interesting it is. I really snipped a lot out of the first couple that I did. So here I mostly kept everything in. I sped it up, but I only sped it up, to a certain point. So, not that anyone is watching at this point, but if anyone does watch this and they prefer it longer, I tend to like longer videos, because I like to listen to YouTube when I'm painting or whatever. So I like listening to like art vlogs or whatever. And yeah, they're kind of maybe like the half an hour, like about this side, like 25 to 30 minutes, I think is a good length for that. But I don't know. Everybody's into shorts these days, and I'm just not into it. I don't really watch shorts. I just don't find them all that interesting. Okay, so I'm painting the cactus now, and it's going to soon enter the ugly stage. This did take I was unsure of this the whole time I was doing it. I was like, oh, God, is this going to come out? And again, yeah, I was using the Jane Davenport ink. So I just kind of, put in the darks and put in the lights and put in the bumps and all that stuff. And finally and I had to keep letting it dry in between, so... But I think near the end it came out pretty cool, so. I did make it a little too short, though, because the flower is kind of hitting the top of the page. Oh, excuse me. Oh. I forgot that this was going to be published on Saturday, and it's Friday night, and I'm thinking... Oh, yeah, I got all day tomorrow to do this. And I'm like, oh, no, I forgot. So I'm just doing the voiceover tonight. Yeah, see, it's starting to look a little better. Anyway, I kind of discovered with the sketchbook, it's the that Etchr sketchbook, that it seems like the edges, the very edges all around are made with a different kind of paper. It's a little bit thinner, so... See, if you can look on the left where the hands are, see there's a white line. I left a white line around the edges on paintings after that point, because once it got above that mark, if you got ink on it, it sinks through to the other side, so it kind of destroys the picture on the other side. I mean, it's just a sketchbook, it's not a big deal, but when I wanted to take pictures to add at the end of the videos portion of me painting, I wanted them to at least look kind of decent. So I'm not big on plants. I know a lot of people love them. I don't know. I mean, they're pretty. They're fine. But I don't paint them a lot. I tend not to paint. I like to paint animals and I like to paint people. So I love flowers because I love the colors. But I don't normally do a lot of still lifes. So it's an interesting change. I love, like I said, I love bright colors. So I did like the flower, and I put like a bright colored. I think the piece I was working from, if you can look up, it had a white vase. Well, now it's gone. It was in a white vase, but I wanted to add some color, and I like that terracotta color. And you can see the ink. I didn't wait till the green had dried, so a lot of the pink leaked into it. But I don't know, I didn't mind it. I think it gives it a little bit of interest. And I'm redoing the curves in the cactus here. But the fun part's coming up when you get to do paint the spines. That was kind of fun. I believe I'm trying to use just ink during this whole challenge, but I have snuck in a little bit of the Bleed Proof White, Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White, because I use that when I do watercolor, and it's just a very, very opaque. It's kind of like, old school whiteout for typists. But I also have a Holbein white ink that's really good. So it was either one of those that I was using at the time. Okay, I forgot I added background to this. Trying to see what color I used. It's not, I don't think I used the same as I used on the left side, because it doesn't look like very purpley. I think I just watered down a blue color. I'm just trying to see from the palette what I used. And then I did sort of, oh yeah, I can see that blue is what I used. I'm not sure what that is. It may be Hades in the same Jane Davenport Gods and Monsters inks. Oh, I can't wait for Christmas. I have a nice a nice big list going for Christmas of what I want for from Jane Davenport's site. She's located in Australia, so it's sort of a couple times a year I might order from her. But she's got some nice new products out, so I don't know. There's new inks coming. I don't know if it's not in this video, but I do. She's got what are they called? Tattoo inks. She has a line, and they come in these little glass skull bottles. They're really cool. But she came out with some new colors, so I'm going to get some of those. So that's what I usually do at Christmas. My mom goes, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I say, "Here's my art supply list that I want." What did I get this year? This year, for my birthday, I didn't particularly get art supplies. I kind of thought I was gonna want to start YouTube, so I got the over the desk like setup rack, whatever it's called, where you can it sits on either side, and there's a stand on either side of the desk, and then there's a bar over the top, and you attach the camera to that. So I figured that would make it easier for me to do these kind of shots. Okay, this is feeling like it's a long time. Is it just me, or? Okay, here I'm correcting the sort of perspective. I had to bring the edge of the pot down a little bit, just so it looked more rounded. And I added to the bottom of it too. I brought it forward a little bit just to make it look rounder. Yeah. I'm not sure about this perspective thing. I do tend to draw my, like I do like a rough sketch beforehand, before I, start recording, so that I can get the perspective right. And then I usually do the painting while it's recording. You hear I'm starting to put in the little dots, and then from each of those dots I did a bunch of little spiky hairs off of each one. It was really fun. I love detailed work, so that was a fun, the funnest part for me anyway. Funnest, is funnest a word? Doesn't sound right. The most fun part of the painting. Okay. This seems exceedingly long. I don't know if this is going to be too long. I think there's one more painting after this, maybe? Oh, yeah, there is. It's not my favorite one. But it looks like I'm getting pretty close. Well, not really. I'm just still doing the dots here. I wish I could make it a little bit faster. Or that you probably can. I just haven't figured that out yet. So I got my water bottle there blocking it, but I have my little Halloween candle holder. It's for votives. I've been lighting candles lately, although it's a little warm today. It's been kind of cool now. The fall weather's coming in. The scent that I burned is the Macintosh, that nice apple smell. So I usually burn the Macintosh or like a spiced pumpkin or harvest in the Yankee candles, like a nice fall scent. Okay, I had to cut some of that. It was getting excruciating. For me anyway. Hopefully it's coming to an end soon. I think the little spiky things are the final step in this painting. I may have to cut some more because I don't know how much more of this I can take. Okay, I cut out a little bit more. I don't know how long the entire video is going to be now, but a little more tolerable if you're bored to death. It's coming up near the end. So this is the third one, I think. So the last one's pretty short. It was very simple. I didn't really like the way it came out, sadly, but they can't all be winners, right? So I think I'm pretty close to finishing this. Anyway, it was fun. I didn't mind the way it came out. I just wish I could have fit it on the page a little better. Okay, day 8, and the word was flow. I had a couple of ideas to start with and erased them and decided to do this. I took some more, this is Sheen ink, I think, by Jane Davenport, and just decided to do this to flow. And it really looked cool, and I did like it, and I kind of wish I'd stopped at that. Although when it dried, it wasn't this vibrant. It's a really cool ink, but on certain paper, it works better. It works better on like a vellum or a tracing paper kind of thing. Because when it moves back and forth, you can see two colors. You can see like a gold and a red with this particular ink. And then I lost some footage. So the next part is, you can see I added white, I added some yellow, and it dried. And it doesn't look bad, but I don't know. It wasn't particularly what I intended. I just took some white and I tried to make sort of flowing lines. This is just sort of a white brush pen. I mean, I like the colors, and I don't know. The pen wasn't as opaque as I had wanted it to be, so you'll see I'm dipping the end of the brush onto my mat because I think I spilled some ink there. But anyway, it's flow, so I thought a flowing line. One of the original pictures was really cool, and it was just big swirling lines and rainbow colors, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it to make it look the way I wanted to look. So I went with the red dripping down the paper, and that was kind of cool, but yeah, it's okay. A little bit simple, but a couple of the other ones, like the next one, which you'll see on Tuesday, you can kind of see it on the right. It's a little frog. And that one was a little more detailed and took a bit more time. Turned out really well. So you'll see that in a couple of days. Or if you go to my Instagram, you can see it there. I've been posting daily on there. So it's the same name. It's Maddie Kitty Artworks if you want to check it out. Well, thanks for hanging in there. Hopefully everyone's still around, and thanks for watching.